Hawkesbury RMA Ambassador. I'm a personal trainer and a wellness coach, and today we're going to look at stability. A lot of you run on trails, a lot of you are working through managing injuries. All of these exercises we're going to do today are going to help with your stability, which will help with your strength and also injury management. So the first one we're going to do is just a few squats and crab walks. If you've got yourselves a band at home, any band will do. If you don't have a band, you can still do these exercises by just bracing your muscles the same way that we're going to with the band. First, let's put the band around our knees. Get yourselves just a bit more than shoulder width with your toes at 45 degrees. Push your knees out into that band and do the deepest squat that you can do. Now, obviously, my mobility is not the best mobility in the world, but as you're pushing into that band, if you can get your ass to the grass, go you. That's not me. As you're pushing into your knees, you keep your feet flat on the floor. You don't want your heels to come up. You should feel down around your bottom here is starting to activate. Keep your chest up as much as you can. Those of you who can do this completely upright, that's ideal, obviously, because it means you have fantastic hip mobility and strength, unlike my nearly 50-year-old self. So pushing into your knees, out nice and wide, and I have no idea how many we're doing, but the idea is between 8 and 12 reps would be fine. And with this little video, you can put it together with other videos to make the workout as long as you need it to be. Okay, so down around your ankles. Now if you don't have a band, into a little horse rider stance, and you just got to brace your muscles against each other. Keep the band nice and tight, and we're going to do little crab walks, about 10 or so, 8 to 12. Bye. Keep the tension in your bottom. I'll come back. Okay, keeping the tension down through your bottom. Now you don't want to be feeling any of these exercises in your knees. Little walks, keeping the band nice and tight so that you're activating through here. Chest is up. Again, you've got that nice belt around your waist, and you're aiming just to sort of go as many in one direction as you do in the other. So you should be nice and warm all through your bottoms from doing those two. Again, if you don't have the band, that's fine. Still follow the cues of pushing your knees out and pushing into a little horse rider stance so that you can then activate your muscles the same way. Now we're going to do one of my favourite exercises, which is a single leg deadlift, also known as a nodding bird. Now, we all have one leg we find easier than the other. Doesn't matter which one you start on. You're going to stand on one leg, nice and tall, all the way through, and you're going to bend at the hip. Keep your eyes facing out towards the next wall, slightly soften that knee, and touch yourself just below the knee in the middle of the shin. So the aim is that you're not rounding and reaching. Whoops, as soon as I do that I fall over, you see? Your aim is that you keep yourself nice and strong. You're going to keep your ribs off your hips, nice and controlled. Keep your eyes out. And if you can do it, we're going to aim for sort of 10 or so on each side without putting this other leg down. And you should be feeling in the leg that you're standing on a lot of work. And as soon as I talk and do this, I fall over. So that's my challenge today, is to not fall over while I try and talk. Something about not concentrating, I'm sure. So you should be feeling that down through your glute medius, your back of your leg. You might feel it around your calf and your ankle if you're weak there. I have no idea how many that is. Oops, come on toes. Oh, it's around about 10. Normally I can do them perfectly, but as soon as I talk, I'm stuffed. Let's do the other side. This is my less good side. There's a few old injuries there, and so I find that one, this one, fatigue. Never miss my weak side, even when I'm demonstrating exercises. For clients, I quite often will use this leg nicely to the other leg. So trying to not round, obviously, the straighter that you can be through your spine, from your head to your tailbone, but you're still keeping your natural S-curve in your spine. We're all built slightly differently. Some of us have bottoms that stick out like me. Some have more rounding in their back than others. That's okay, as long as you're working with your natural curve and you're working to be strong. Last one, I think, or one more. Let's do one more because this is my bad side, hey? You will have naturally chosen your good side first. Now, for those of you who are super strong and find that that's too easy, grab yourselves a dumbbell or a kettlebell, hold it in the hand that is with the leg that's going back so that you get across your core. You're going to get an activation. Just take it down and touch. Okay, so that's for those of you who are super, super strong. All right, so the next bit we're going to do, standing on one leg. Now again, if you need to hang on to something, if your balance isn't fantastic, for the nodding birds, if you're hanging on to something, you'd hang on the same side that you're standing on. So if you're hanging on to the wall, stand with the leg next to the wall and do your 10 on that side and then your 10 on the other side. That's just to make the exercises accessible to everybody. Alright, so again, if you need to hang on, please do. Posture nice and tall, standing on one leg, and we're just going to keep everything in our centre nice and strong and just lift up through the other leg. Point your toe like a ballerina, which I am not. All the ballet people are probably going, ooh, no, she definitely is not. And that will help the strong muscles in your upper leg here, in your thigh, will be pulling up, and that will be part of the strength around your knee, supporting your knee. Okay, now you're going to flex your foot. We're going to go out to the side. Now only go as far out to the side as your hip mobility allows. We don't want to be tipping like a teapot. So put your hands on your hip and just push through your heel and going out to the side so that you're not tipping. So the stronger you can be through your centre, the better and the more stable. You might also be feeling it on this leg here, but of course you can be hanging on to a wall or a chair if you need to. Same thing pushing back. We're not tilting forward, we're just squeezing. So you won't be able to move very far, it's more like a pulse. Squeeze your bottom because as runners it's really important that we have strong bottoms that we can activate when we need them. Hello heels, I'm sure most of us have needed strong bottoms at some point, if only to fill out our jeans, hey? So this leg that you're standing on should be starting to fatigue a little bit. So let's shake it out, go the other side. So same thing, pulling that quad on nice and tight so that you're getting a free leg workout with every stability exercise. Why not, hey? Can tell that I've got the sun streaming in here. I'm getting quite warm even though it's the middle of winter. It's lovely in here. Nice and stable, hang on to something if you need to. Okay, flexing your foot, going to the side. Same thing, try not to tip like a teapot. If you need to hang on to something, that's fine. Try and keep your legs straight and long, and you're going to feel this around the side of your hip. So this little routine is designed to be put together as a sort of a jigsaw puzzle. Let's go back. So you would do your mobility workout first as a warm-up, then you could do this one as a pre-activation before your run. So especially those of you who are only able to go out and run for an hour or so, whether that's because of COVID restrictions or just general life, you could do the mobility workout first. Use this one as a pre-activation before you go and do your run, and then go and do your hour run. By the end of it, you'll have definitely had a nice workout. Okay, Now we're going to do one that's really good for knees. So feet shoulder width apart, keep your chest up, squat down as far as you can without your heels coming off the ground and just hold. We're going to hold this for around about 20 seconds. This is one that I got from the physios at the Australian Institute of Sport way back in the day when I was a decent athlete, and I had patellar tracking syndrome, which you probably, or half of you probably had. And this one strengthens these quad muscles on the inside of your knee, which helps keep your patellas in the right spot. And I'm sure there's lots of physios out there who have similar exercises. Now we're just going to stay here, but lift your heels. So my heels are off the ground, and again I'm sort of balancing. So this goes with our stability theme. Keep that core nice and strong, keep your shoulders down away from your ears, and if you ever feel anything in your lower back, pull your navel towards your lower back. Alright, and then we're going to come up onto our toes and stay up on our toes for 20 seconds. So it's 20 seconds in each position, and of course you can repeat this over and over. So if you just want to do a stability workout, I'd recommend do the mobility session that is in a separate video as a bit of a warm-up, and then maybe do this 2 or 3 times. Just repeat, so that you then get yourself a 30-minute stability workout if you just want to do that as a standalone at-home workout. Okay, coming down, so press repeat if you want to do that again, or use this as a little bit of a pre-activation for your run, and go out and enjoy your run.